Hey there and welcome back to another video. If you've ever wanted to start improvising, but it seems a little too complicated, what about these chords? What about these scales? I don't know theory, 2-5-1 licks? I'm gonna break it all down and I'm gonna simplify it and I'm gonna teach you in this video what I believe is the best way to start improvising. During this video, you will be improvising along with me and you're not gonna have to worry about theory. You're not gonna have to worry about scales. Well, maybe one simple scale that I'll teach you. You're not gonna have to worry about licks. You're not gonna have to worry about the chord changes and the phrase and the substitutions, none of that stuff. We're gonna get to the core of what improvising is and what I think is the best way to actually start doing it. And no, it's not from a theoretical perspective. Even if you're not a beginning improviser, I think you're still gonna love this video and you're gonna get a lot out of it because I'm gonna go to the core of improvisation like I just mentioned. Like always, I created a completely free PDF worksheet that goes along with this video. The only thing you need to do to download it is go to the link at the top of the description down below. I'll also put that same link in the pinned comment, or you can just go directly to davepollack.com/bluesplaytogether. The worksheet is written out in concert pitch, bass clef concert pitch, E flat and B flat, so no matter what instrument you're playing, you will have it transposed for you. Just before I get into the lesson, I want to let you know that this is actually from my course, Simple Steps to Improvisation Success. That's right, I'm giving you one of the lessons completely free from the course. Like I said in the beginning, this is all about how to begin with improvisation, and this is one of the best ways I think you can actually start improvising, and it's gonna be us playing together. How's that gonna work? Well, just stick around, find out. It'll definitely be simple, but just so you know, the best way to get the most out of this video is to have your instrument ready. So either have it ready now or watch the video, then come back to it and work on the video, because I do some things in there that'll be really cool that we can do together that will get you improvising right away, no matter where you are in your improvisational journey. Without any further ado, let's get improvising. Now it's time to play together. That's right. So you're gonna need your instrument for this next section. If you're a little uncomfortable and you're not sure about it and you wanna just see how it is first, that's totally fine. You can actually do this exercise by humming along, you can sing along, you can clap along, smack on the table. The best way would be with your instrument, but if you're not comfortable with that yet, no worries. You can always come back to this and do it as many times as you want. We're gonna start improvising together in a call and response. Basically, in jazz specifically, a call and response is where one person plays something, another person responds. We're gonna take this and be a little more specific with it. For this exercise, I'm gonna be doing the call, you're gonna be responding and trying to play exactly what I'm playing. How do you do that? Well, this whole section is about notes doesn't equal music. The main thing I want you to do when doing the response to me, and I'll explain all the specifics in a second, the main thing I want you to do is listen for all those individual musical non-note elements that we've talked about, the dynamics, the articulation, the phrasing, right? The motifs that I use, all those elements, and try to basically play them back to me. Whatever I play, I want you to play back. We're not gonna be focused on scales, we're not gonna be focused on chords, we're not gonna be focused on notes, we're not gonna be focused on any of that. As a little side note, I am gonna give you a specific scale or set of notes to play that I'm gonna be using, just so we have some sense of normalcy here and some sense of harmony. If you're confused by the notes I'm gonna show you, if you're not sure you can keep up with the notes, don't use the notes. Use one note out of this scale or just pick any note you want. Or, like I said, you can clap along, hum along, sing along. It is totally cool. The main objective here is that you are listening to what I'm playing intently. You are actively listening and then trying to emulate and repeat back what I played. If you don't get it right, no worries. If everybody was perfect at this, there'd be no use for music teachers in the world, okay? You wouldn't have to watch this course. We're gonna start with what I think everybody should start improvising with, and that is the blues, specifically a 12-bar blues. Along with the video in this section, there is a PDF download called the B-flat blues call and response worksheet. I want you to download that. You can print it out. You can just have it up on your screen, but I'm also gonna pop it on the screen right here so you can follow along. So if you look on the screen here, you notice that it says C instruments. I'm just gonna keep the treble clef concert pitch instruments PDF here up on the screen just for ease of me playing it and for all of you, but you should download and be looking at the one that fits your instrument. I have treble clef C instruments like this, which would be flute, it would be oboe, or any other treble clef concert pitched instrument like rhythm section instruments, guitar, piano, vibes like that. There's also an E flat sheet, which would be for alto and bari sax. There's a B flat sheet, which is for tenor saxophone, clarinet, or trumpet. And there's also bass clef concert pitched for like trombone for bass. At the top here, we have B flat blues, call and response. That's concert B flat. So that's going to be B flat for the treble and bass clef concert pitch instruments. That's going to be G for the E flat instruments, and that's going to be C for the B flat instruments. So the concert B flat blues scale is where we're starting. I know this section is called Notes Doesn't Equal Music, but like I said, I want to have some sense of harmony here, so at least we're aiming for some notes. And also, because if you can get all these elements and also get the notes and really work on your ear training for intervals and harmony, that's going to be a really great thing, and that'll be a fun challenge for you as well. I want to play through this B-flat blues scale right now with you. So the breakdown of the blues scale, and I have a whole section coming up on scales, but the breakdown is basically we're going to play the 1 of the key we're in, the flat third of the key, the 4, the sharp 4, the 5, and the flat 7. If all that just sounded too complicated, don't worry. Don't worry about it. You don't have to know that. Calm down. All you have to know is to play these notes or whatever those notes are for your key. Let's play through them together, play through this scale together, exactly how it's written. Quarter notes up, back down, half note at the end. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If that was a little difficult for you, you can either pause the video now, work on it until it feels comfortable, or, like I said, you can just take one note out of that scale and use that for the call and response. The note and the notes are the least important part of this exercise, and they're the least important part of this entire section of the course. So if we scroll down on the PDF here, you can see something that I wrote that says B-flat blues call and response, 2 measures each. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put on a backing track. I'm going to play measures 1 and 2, which is going to be the call. I'm going to play something here using rhythms and phrasing and articulation and dynamics that fit what I think fit this swing style. Then you are going to try to play back to me, the response, exactly what I played. Rhythms, dynamics, articulation, phrasing. That matters way more than the notes I'm playing. Know that I'm only using the 6 notes of the concert B-flat blues scale. So if you want to try to use those notes, you know you have a 1 in 6 shot of each note of getting it correct. If you want to just play the note concert B-flat the whole time, go for it. Or just pick one note of the blues scale the whole time and go for it. Or, you know what, a note that's not even in the blues scale. Just focus on repeating back to me what I'm playing. If it's too fast for you, if it's too difficult, what you can do is when I play the 2 measures, just hit pause. Try to sing it. Repeat those 2 measures. Just rewind it. Repeat those 2 measures. What did I play? And just focus on maybe trying to get 2 measures at a time instead of the entire chorus. So let's play 2 choruses worth of this. So in a 12-bar blues, each chorus is 12 measures. So I'll do a call, you do response. I do a call, you do response. I do a call, you do response. That's 1 chorus. And then we'll repeat that 1 more time. Here we go. Enjoy, have fun, and see how close you can get it. All right, so how'd you do on that? I hope you enjoyed that little exercise of the call and response 2 measures each. If you had trouble playing back exactly what I played, do not worry. There are a couple things you can do. You can go back, try it again, and only focus on one element at a time, maybe just the rhythm or just the articulation on, you can use one note. Or you can just play that first phrase that I played, those 2 measures, pause it, think, rewind it, play it, pause it, think. Remember, improvisation is composition in real time. So if we just put a pause button in there, that kind of takes the real time thing out of it, and that is totally valid to do when practicing. This exercise is not to see how good you are at real time transcription. Although, yes, that's a good thing too, emulating me in real time. But if you're not there yet, you can still get something out of it. It doesn't mean you failed the exercise. Learning these individual musical elements, and when I say learning them, I mean listening for them, understanding them, being able to pick them out of recordings, and then being able to perform them, is the key to being a great improviser. Sure, the notes are going to come and you're going to have chords and you're going to have to play that stuff, but you can play the greatest notes in the world. You can play the coolest substitutions ever. Remember, there's only 12 notes, first of all, so it's not like you can make up new notes. You can play the coolest stuff ever, but if you don't fit the style, if you don't have interesting phrasing, dynamics, articulation, you don't have varied texture, it doesn't really have those musical elements to make a great solo. I want to do one more call and response fun exercise with you. And for that, we're going to dive back into the PDF. So if you scroll down to the second page of the call and response PDF, you'll see where it says B-flat blues call and response 4 measures each. So for this exercise, we're going to play 2 choruses, and I wrote out 2 choruses here specifically, which I'll get to in a second, of call and response. A traditional phrasing in blues is to play for about 3 measures, rest on the 4th measure, and that's your first phrase. You do that again for the next 4 bars, do it again for the 3rd set of 4 bars, and you basically have 3 4-bar phrases. Within those 4-bar phrases, you'll see that there is a rest on the 4th measure of each of those phrases. It's a great way to leave space for the rhythm section. It's a great way to have a pause or a comma in the middle of your sentence. And it's also just feels good in a blues to play with this phrasing. It just works. So for this call and response, I'm going to start and I'm going to play the first 3 measures, then rest on bar 4. Then you're going to respond in these next 3 measures with then a rest on the 4th measure. This means you have to listen for basically 4 full measures of me, even though I'll only be playing for 3. But you have to listen that entire time. Yes, that will be more difficult than just the 2 measures, but hopefully you're building up to this point. Once again, if it's too tough for you, you can pause it, you can rewind it, you can just focus on one element, whatever you want to do. Don't just say, oh, it's too difficult and skip it or give up or whatever. You can make it work. I know you can. So after you respond bars 5 through 7, I'll then do a call, but because it's a 12-bar blues, that'll be the end of the form. The beginning of the second chorus will be your response. Since we're not focusing on chords specifically, we're not worried about that. We're only worried about just responding to one another. It doesn't matter that your response starts at the beginning of the chorus. Okay, that doesn't matter. So that you'll respond here, bars 1 through 3. Then I'll play 5 through 7. Then you respond 9 through 11. So we have 2 full choruses of a 12-bar blues of the 4-measure call and response, using only notes of the concert B-flat blues scale. Good luck. So, how was that for you? Was it harder than the first one? Maybe, probably, but I hope you enjoyed that call and response and actually getting to play back and forth. The cool thing about this is that video is set. If you want to go back and do that a million times, you can. If you want to even take this one step further, you could not only try to play back what I played, but maybe play off of what I played. Maybe take one of the elements that I played, create your own motif, so your own measures of phrasing and soloing, whether it's the 2 from the first one or 4 from the second one, you create your own solo in between, and almost like we're trading back and forth instead of you just copying what I'm playing. Either way, I think you'll get a lot out of it. This whole section about notes doesn't equal music is a great send-off into this course. It's the way that I think music should be approached, and specifically jazz improvisation. If you approach it with the bigger picture in mind of the overall feel, the overall sound, the overall pocket, the overall style, with thinking of individual elements like dynamics, phrasing, interaction, articulation, motifs, you will create solos that work really well, that sound good, that sound professional, that sound like they really meant to be there. Adding more notes to your solo isn't necessarily going to make you sound like a better musician. It can if all the other things are already in place. When you just add a random lick to your playing, or you just try to play faster, but you don't have that core sound there, I guess the analogy would be adding really cool rims to your car, but the tires are flat and the engine doesn't run and the transmission's broken. Certain things are kind of more important up front. And I don't know if that's the greatest analogy ever, but hopefully you understand what I mean. I hope you got a lot out of this section, and you can really get a lot of mileage out of it. And when you're listening to music, when you're playing music, really think about all those reference recordings. Think about the call and response that we did. Think about all those non-note musical elements, and I promise you, your solos will be musical. They will be fitting the style more, and they will just be better, and it'll be more fun for you and everybody else. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you take me up on the offer of playing together, improvising back and forth with the call and response. Don't forget to download the free worksheet that goes along with this video by going to the link at the top of the description down below, or in the pinned comment, or just go directly to davepollack.com/bluesplaytogether. What other topics related to improvisation, saxophone playing, or just music in general do you want to see me teach here on my YouTube channel? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for your time and for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.